firefighters do the same thing, right?
This is people's livelihood.
This is on vacation.
So it's devastating. But what is most concerning to me is our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this. There's no water at the power pit. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrant.
That sounds like a problem.
This is an absolute mismanagement by the city. Not the firefighters' fault, but it's in the city. And I'm going to be very honest, we've got a mayor that's out of the country, and we've got a city that's burning, and there's no resources to put out fires. So if you look at the picture, you don't see the firefighters there because there's nothing to do. And it looks like we're supposed to be a country here. Yeah. We've got a lot of tough questions.
I mean, is it really a tough question? I feel like this is really a tough question. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty simple, really.
And the city council and our representatives, the county representatives, why do you work to mitigate this? What's your brush mitigation program? I heard you earlier talking about it's been dry because it hasn't been rain. That's not the biggest problem here. The brush up in these hills that are controlled by the city and the county, I would bet you mitigated.
They don't have forestry in California?
Probably 30 or 40 years. This is a disaster waiting to happen. And what's predictable is preventable. And paying the price of all the people in their homes and their businesses tonight.
That's nuts.
The majority of
holy shit, look at that.
Is going to have a tough time rebuilding their lives.
Yeah. No, despite the people that get killed, this absolutely is going to ruin people's lives. It is in an environment that you see it. I live here. I come to the battle stage. Now I'm seeing buildings that I've driven by for years no longer exist. You know, people right up there. One of them. Shopping mall in LA. Jesus Christ. There'll be little spot fires popping up around that, so far that it's gone up. But you could just get in an environment that God damn, it's like, yeah, what the fuck? It's supposed to go? I mean, like, he is in it, man. Like, I'm surprised he's not wearing a mask. Like, I would wear a mask if I got that close. Whereas Trump, well, Trump talked about it apparently.
But let me give you one that you may not know.
Okay.
Which I think you know everything, actually. As a student of yours. But water. You know, in Los Angeles, you can't get proper amounts of water.
Right.
And it's unbelievably expensive. And you might have a house in Beverly Hills, and they're actually thinking about rationing water. Can you believe it? And I was in the farm country with some of the congressmen. We were driving up the time, and I said, look, all this land is so barren. It's farmland. It's just grass, dead. I said, but there's always that little corner that's so green and beautiful. They said, we have no water. I said, do you have a drought? No, we don't have a drought. I said, why do you have no water? Because the water is it's got a natural flow from Canada all the way up to water, more water than they could ever do. And we protect the tiny little fish. Up, it's routed into the Pacific Ocean.
That's fucking. Fuck that fish. Like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, so let's talk about that fish. Yeah. Stupid fucking fish. Who cares about that fish? Fuck that.
Getting killed because of this stupid administration. But so I see this, and I said, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
I said, because of this stupid administration. And I looked at it. It's like a valve in your sink, except it's massive. The thing's 5 times taller than your ceiling.
Did you know the center of California was a giant lake?
There's so much water.
You ever see the websites before they rerouted? The center of California, like, was it 200 years ago? How long ago did they do that, James?
The center of California had a fucking enormous lake in the middle of
This
California.
would have been a lot easier. You think again, like about Canada becoming a state. Like if Canada was a state, it would be a lot easier for us to like organize this stuff together and like kind of make sure that we get everything kind of put like like all on the same. We get everybody on the same page with this, right? Because like then if they're getting the water from Canada, like you don't have like the national.
There's nothing in the Pacific. Who knows what they did? But whatever foolishness that they did led to the situation we're in now. Look at the dry farms, the third man over. You know, the head of Austria said, Tulare Lake or Tachi Lake. It's a freshwater lake in the southern San Joaquin Valley, United States. Historically, Tulare Lake is one of the largest freshwater lakes west of Mississippi. Show what it would look like back then. That's a great sense. So that's what it looks like. Look at that image. Go to the one further to the right. Yeah. That was an enormous lake in the middle of California. I don't know much about that. But how crazy is that? They let it go into the Pacific, and then I don't know what they did. What did they do? How did it go missing? Yeah, they drained it. 1983.
They drank all the water.
Oh, went dry a handful of times. Well, lakes do go dry, but that's a big one. But think of the big one to go dry.
This is the result of anthropomorphic climate change, multiple water sources running out due to diminishing glaciers, over-harvesting of rivers, and higher temperatures. The Colorado River doesn't even reach the ocean anymore.
You could have
Yeah.
all of the water you need. All of that land was like more
Shut
water.
up,
The
nerd.
whole thing could be like that little patch.
Yeah.
Literally, I'd say I was with Devin Nunes, a congressman, and other congressmen were going up. I was visiting that because they asked me to go up and visit their territory, and I did. And I kept saying, look at this land, it's beautiful, but it's so dry. And I thought they were going through like a desert. He said, no, we have water, but it gets really look into that water could be routed, you could have everything.
That's nuts. So this is like a known problem?
Not that dangerous. They're not allowed to break tree is up. You don't think that the hard way, the easy way. But when the tree is up, it stops when it's wet. I went to they had a couple of horrible forest fires in California. I said, you don't get a lot of trees standing. Yes, they were healthy trees. So they said, with this intense heat, that you can see them charred over the bottom. They're going to be all right because they're soaking wet because they suck like they don't maintain the
trees on campus now? Well, based on my tree science degree that I've gotten from cutting down like bottom trees, I can actually concur with this hypothesis that trees that are in like this, there's usually more water in them than trees that are like this. So I actually, I think yeah, I think it's, there's another free scientist in chat.
break it up. Get rid of the leaves. Get rid of leaves that are sitting there for 5 years.
We'll certainly get rid of the dead fall.
And get rid of the trees that are fallen
Yeah.
that are like, there's so many things. It's kind of, by the way, I had it all done.
Forest, though? I don't think you could break the whole forest.
You could,
I think you can get rid of the deadfall, but breaking all...
You could certainly get rid of the dead, okay?
Yeah, I think that's the real issue.
Environmentally, they don't want to do it. They said, it's got to be nature and all this stuff. But in the meantime, this is exactly right. But you could have, so it was the Department of Commerce that needed the approvals, but Gavin Newsom had a sign. I got it all done. Nobody could believe it. It was all done. I said, I got it. You got so much water. All you have to do is sign. And that guy didn't want to sign.
Did he not want to sign because that would be a political victory for you?
I think, no, he didn't. No, I don't think so. You know, he used to say he's a great president and we got along. We did. We actually got along at that point. But I think somebody said you just can't continue to call him a great president. You know, they do say that. But we had it all done. He didn't sign, and then we got on to other things. And every time I go to California, I say, you have so much water. They don't know it. I'm telling you, people living in Beverly Hills, they turn off the water. Same thing with the electric. They want to go to all electric cars, but they have brownouts every weekend, you know.
Well, right after the announcement that as of 2035, you're not going to be able to buy an internal combustion engine in California, like within a month, they had some announcement asking people to not charge their Teslas.
That's crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, lots of water on that coast. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you have, because, like, I feel like California has a forest fire event, like, maybe every, like, 2 or 3 years. I feel like they've got to figure out some kind of way to make that stop happening, right? I mean, like, it would, and this is, like, just, like, I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But it would make sense that
Jonathan Recco's a little thick.
From the debris, it would probably slow the multiplier effect of these fires.
Hey, look at me, I'm here at the Lexus Grand. We get our freak on. Hey, look at me, I'm here at the Lexus Grand. We get our freak on. Hey, look at me, I'm here at the Lexus Grand. We get our freak on. Hey, look at me, I'm here at the Lexus Grand. We get our freak on.
What the fuck to say about
Hey,
it?
look at me, I'm here at the Lexus Grand. We get our freak on.
Voluntarily?
Hey, look at me, I'm here at the Lexus Grand. We get our freak on.
Like, I
Hey,
don't
look
think
at
so.
me,
No, I
I'm here
thought
at
the
the
first year
Lexus
started
Grand. We
different.
get our freak on.
I don't know.
Hey, look at me, I'm here at the Lexus.
It's
Yeah, we get our.
Inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future.
Rekka keeps talking online about how he wants Deborah Rekka to pass away so he can get her inheritance, so he can get rich, and then he can show off to Alexis Grant. However, what he doesn't realize